County Jail after posting bail for a different felony. Our Katie CROWTHER joins us live to detail the tough questions, Chisholm's response, and the internal review. A lot to unpack here, Katie.
Yeah, Carol, Milwaukee County DA John Chisholm actually just got done speaking with media members, but it was earlier today that he shared his findings of his office's internal review with county supervisors during a virtual meeting. The focus is really on how and why the bail that was set for Darrell Brooks was, as Chisholm called it, inappropriately low. Less than 3 weeks before Darrell Brooks was arrested for driving his SUV through the parade in Waukesha, he was taken to jail for running over the mother of his child with the same SUV. In that felony domestic violence case, Brooks was able to walk free after posting a $1,000 bail. Milwaukee County District Attorney John Chisholm confirming to the county's Judiciary, Safety, and General Services Committee that it was an assistant DA with about 2 years' experience on the job who set that bail amount.
You had a young ADA trying to do the very best she could under really difficult circumstances, and she made a mistake.
But TMJ4's I-Team revealed last week that setting low bails for domestic violence offenders is not uncommon under Chisholm's leadership. The I-Team found 45 felony cases assigned to one assistant DA where bail was set at less than $1,000.
I'm not here to make excuses. I own every decision that's made by any member of my office.
While Chisholm says he's not totally against cash bails, he believes creating a system that focuses more on suspect risk assessment would be better.
Cash bail disproportionately impacts on people who can't pay the cash bail, and that's not fair.
In the virtual meeting, Chisholm brought up problems with the court system, including a backlog in trials, shortages of attorneys and judges, and lack of funding.
When you're dealing with high volume triage, trying to sort what the most serious offense is and just get the case in the system and move on to the next one, sometimes errors are going to occur.
County Supervisor Patty Logsdon, who has a personal connection to the Waukesha parade tragedy, expressed her outrage over the holes in the system, saying the bail that was set for Brooks is inexcusable.
It seems to be a revolving door, and they're getting out too easy. We need to be aggressive. This has to.
Now, bail amount is ultimately set by the presiding judge, and that judge really can make the bail higher or lower than what the district attorney recommends. Now, DA Chisholm and the county supervisors who met today, they all could agree that this is really just the first conversation towards trying to create a better system, better workflow, more resources to make sure this kind of mistake never happens again. Reporting from the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Katie CROWTHER, TMJ4 News.
Katie, thank you very much. Now, as Katie just mentioned, the TMJ4 I-Team uncovered 45 other cases similar to that of Darrell Brooks, where bond was set at $1,000 or lower. Tonight, we are digging deeper to see if there are other accused of reoffending after posting bail. You might be surprised at what we found out. Ben Jordan will have those results. That's coming up tonight at 6. Coronavirus now. Omicron has made it to the Midwest. The second confirmed U.S. case of the new variant has been detected in a Minnesota man who recently traveled to a convention in New York City. A third case was identified in Colorado. And all this comes as President Biden outlined a new plan to combat COVID through the winter. It includes tougher testing rules for people flying here from overseas. The plan also calls for distributing COVID treatment pills around the country once they get approval and expanding free at-home testing.
We're going to fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion.
The president said private insurers will now be required to reimburse the costs of at-home testing kits. A new warning about Wisconsin hospitals nearing capacity due to COVID patients. Recently, 28 patients were turned away at a medical center in Green Bay. Our Mary Jo Ola is live in Milwaukee with what health leaders are saying needs to happen to ease this strain. Mary Jo.
Carol, health officials say that Delta continues to be the dominant COVID strain here in Wisconsin, but with the Omicron variant emerging in the U.S., doctors are warning of what could happen if people aren't cautious.
But unfortunately, our healthcare systems are overwhelmed right now.
The president and CEO of Prevea Health said recently a Green Bay hospital turned away more than 24 people.
One of our hospitals had to say no to 28 patients being transferred in that needed them, including 3 strokes. And those families unfortunately had to have their family members transferred over to 100 to 200 miles away.
Dr. Rai explained COVID-19 patients are extremely labor intensive, taking away multiple physical beds and staff.
One COVID patient may take away up to 3 beds for a different type of disease.
State data shows the number of COVID patients hospitalized and in the ICU climbing closer to what we saw this time last year. Overall, 92% of the state's hospital beds and 96% of ICU beds are being used. Health officials say a majority of patients are unvaccinated. Most recent DHS data shows those who were not fully vaccinated and hospitalized is 11 times higher than those who were, and 14 times more when it came to deaths. Wisconsin health leaders stressed the urgent need to take preventative steps against COVID-19 as we enter a busy season for hospitals.
We need to buckle down and commit to taking these steps.
Now, health experts say the Omicron variant appears to spread more easily than Delta, so they're encouraging those vaccinations, masking up while you're in indoor public spaces, and staying home when you're sick. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Mary Jo Ola, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, important advice. Mary Jo, thank you very much. And concern over the new COVID variant appears to be driving a sudden spike in vaccinations in Milwaukee. Sarah McGrew went to a local pharmacy dealing with that rush.
Here at Hayat Pharmacy on West Layton, pharmacists say that they've seen about 200 people per day so far this week coming in to get vaccinated.
A lot of first doses coming in and booster doses.
On Thursday, President Joe Biden also encouraging the approximately 100 million Americans eligible for a booster who have not yet received one to make an appointment.
Go get your booster now. Go get it now. Booster shots continue to be free. I'm calling on pharmacies, and they've been cooperative, big and small, to offer more appointments.
In Wisconsin, just over 3 million adults ages 18 and older have completed their vaccine series, and just over 1 million booster shots have been administered. So how do you know if you're eligible? If you're 18 or older and got your second dose of the Pfizer or Moderna vaccine at least 6 months ago, you can get the booster. And if you're 18 or older and you got your Johnson & Johnson shot 2 months ago, you're eligible.
A lot of people who have been eligible for the last month are coming in now because of it. And just to protect themselves. I think the holidays play a part in that as well.
Bill Meyer was at the clinic doing just that on Thursday.
I came in for my booster shot, Moderna. It was right about that period.
Health officials also advising people to remain cautious this holiday season.
I would limit gatherings to vaccinated individuals as much as possible. Getting tested before gathering in large groups.
Reporting in Milwaukee, Sarah McGrew, TMJ4 News.
Sarah, thank you very much. And you can find a vaccination site near you. Just go to tmj4.com/coronavirus.